Good evening. My name is Barkha Dutt. You're with the. We are seeing Sandeep Ghosh, a commentator and columnist. He's with us. We're also joined by Divij. Divij, let's welcome Divij to the program. Divij Joshi is a tech policy researcher, and we're welcoming him to the program as well. We're joined by Madhavan Narayanan, who is, of course, a senior journalist. Hi, Madhavan. Pleasure to have you back. PKD Nambiar is with us as well. Hi, Mr. Nambiar, political analyst. Sanjay Hegde, senior advocate in the Supreme Court. Welcome, Sanjay. And Dr. Shama Mohammed. Shama is one of those who shared the video of the gentleman in Ghaziabad who said that he has been the victim of a hate crime. And for sharing that video and for commenting on it, she too finds her name in that police. Kiri Rambiar, go ahead.
No, I think we are missing 2 points. One is that what is this whole controversy is all about? The controversy is all about that this country has got certain laws or rules which are being framed not only for one particular company or a multinational company, but for all the players in the digital arena. So which is, we call it like as a new medium. So in a new media, all the companies are supposed to liable. If you have, I'll just explain you one of the incident which happened with me. My company, I have a digital company as well. So we were managing one of the largest corporates account in a digital account. During the last election, that account was hacked. And such a large corporate, they wanted to actually get hold of the people. The police took strong action, but the Facebook and the Twitter, it did not even come back to them with where this data has actually started, despite for a 1 month of this thing. And technically, as an engineer, I know that it is so easy for these platforms to tell you who is the culprit, where is the origin of this data. Secondly, when on the one side you say that I am the apostle of the freedom of speech. Sorry, a country like India, which I consider that the world's largest democracy, which a functioning democracy, do not require to be taught by a private company, which should not be teaching us what is freedom of speech. And I think if we have freedom of speech, that is the reason Barkha Dutt and me and Sanjay Hegde is criticizing the government and talking. So there is multiple things. One is that there is a propaganda, and Twitter has become a part of this propaganda. They are not ready to accept what the Indian system is. They are being very, very selective, not once, thousands of times. They have, you call it like right-wing activists are coming and attacking you. I see that a lot of times you have been trolled so badly, but sometimes these trolls are also being created by the Twitter in itself. And this is something anybody who knows technology can understand.
Okay.
So there is some large number of curation is required in this new media. And the government's role in this first place would be one of the first. Secondly, there is nothing called as an absolute freedom. What Shama was talking about, that there was an incident which took place in Ghaziabad. Everybody is going and gaga over on the Twitter and creating that without even really checking the validity of that particular stuff. And just going
hang on.
No, one more second. I have another objection, Barkha. I don't know whether you will accept this objection or not. When you were introducing an old man, you mentioned at least 5 times Muslim man. Why Muslim man? Why can't he be described as just an old man?
I'll tell you why. Hang on. I have to answer that. You asked me a question. I have to answer that. Because his religion in this context is relevant to the crime he claims that he has been made a victim of. The man is saying he is a victim of a religious hate crime. I cannot just be agnostic about his religious identity when his allegation is that he is the victim. This is his face. His name is Abdul Samad. Abdul Samad says he was beaten and made to shout Jai Shri Ram. That's what he has alleged. The police say that his attackers included Hindus and Muslims. When a person claims, it's like saying an African American says that they were a victim of a hate crime, but let's not mention that George Floyd was black. You can't do that, right? PKD Nambiar, that's a ridiculous thing. His religion is relevant in this context.
No, I'll tell you that this is where the problem is, Barkha. The problem is that we, at times, on a convenient way, we sometimes call this as a Muslim man or a Christian boy or somebody else. But we often, I hardly ever hear, no, sorry, Barkha. I can give you 100 examples right away on this show. The reason being that there is a Hindu. I'm not saying this. See, I come from a place where I have maximum my classmates are Muslims. I don't think there is nothing beyond that harmonious way we all live exists there. But the problem is that there is a narration which we do, wherein we just unknowingly, knowingly or unknowingly. I'm not saying that you're doing it knowingly. No, unknowingly we try and create a communal issue. Then you are not understanding it can create a communal issue. There are thousands and millions of people are watching.
One minute. Okay, Mr. Nambiar. Now you have made your point. Let me answer and go to Shama. PKD. After start taking last words, let's start with Mr. Nambiar. Yeah.
So I think what Sanjay ji said may not be the true version, and that is not even really the issue. Maybe we may be discussing this in the context of Ghaziabad. Okay, well, let's discuss that way. The Twitter issue is something very simple. There is a technology company which has got a technological algorithms which decides that this is the cap for Barkadat. Barkadat has got 1.1 million Twitter followers. Here onwards, they will decide it should be going 5 million, 10 million, or it may come down. So arbitrarily, you will not be getting any notification why they are not increasing, why they are decreasing. So first and foremost, they are not somebody who is जो दूध का दुला हुआ वो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. दूसरा ये है कि that's who will they be giving the blue tick? First and foremost, whether there should be a blue tick, if at all, if there is a blue tick, then why are they be giving? So there is no answerable these things from any point of view, to whether to a government, to the rule of law, even to a user. Tomorrow morning you will be taken out on the Twitter and you cannot even question anybody. They will say that we are a private platform and we are the final word in the free speech in the world. So you will find that the double standards of when the White House was attacked, there was a different standard. When our Red Fort was attacked, there was a different standard. So I believe that believe me, one thing you need to understand, we are one of the largest user of Twitter, and the amount of business we as a country and countrymen, the businesses we are giving it to Twitter. Twitter is functioning because of the business what we are giving. Twitter is you go to the timeline of Twitter, you will find the first ad. You know what is the cost of those ads? So just not make them as a very big the best people in the world, and we are doing a crime to them.
No one is saying that. No one is saying that.
Unfortunately, they are doing an injustice to this nation. They are doing wrong to our democracy.
Divij, the ad hocism of Twitter, I think, and the absence of accountability is a fair point, and it's not. Yeah, and long live.
Barka, the elected government is the one who frame the policies and execute those policies and rules. That is the fundamental of a democracy, not the court. Court can on a later part can get into a situation if required.
But India is not. That's all fine. But India is not a government. India is this belongs to me. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.